Hello everybody, this is Gen Jeff here with some more Kerbal Space Program. One thing we're going to do is to make sure that this is actually working right now. Because I actually don't know if it's working or not. So let's load a craft. Interesting looking ship. Let's load another craft. We'll use this thing that I built. This will do the job. What we're looking for is to see if I can actually control the ship or not. And to make sure the communications for the remote tech are working. Oh god, it's still night. Okay, so the comms are working. Good, good, good. Wow, these guys do look nice now. So we'll deploy the antenna. That's a good sign. Spacebar is working. Granted, it was working before. Okay, so that's working. I have pitch. Do not have throttle. Why do I not have throttle? No throttle control. I do have pitch again. So I can do this. I can do that. Huh. I don't have throttle. And I still don't have the escape, so... Joy? This is an interesting problem. Huh. So goody. This kind of sucks. What happens if I tell you to increase thrust by a lot? Wee-hee! Oh, it ripped off! Ha ha ha! Oops. Not that it matters, because this is... Oh god, I can't hit exit. I have to Control-Delete. Bollocks, what the fuck? Okay, everybody, I have finally fixed my control issues. And so now we can get back down to the actual game. Mind you, this is over 2 hours after I recorded that little tiny snippet that you saw earlier. So, to the Space Center, because we don't want to end that flight. That's a communication satellite. Now we've got this nice communications grid up here. We've got these two planetary comm relays. We've got all these relays here, and a couple of... Oh yes, never mind. Yes, they're all there. Oh yeah, that's right. The satellite mappers are way low orbiting. I thought I got a satellite mapper over there, but I guess there isn't one. No, that's right, that's right. They're out here. Kind of just stuck out there. So, we've got two things we're doing today. One, we're launching a new methane scanner to the Mun. And then two, we're going to launch a long-range communication satellite also to the Mun, because we're going to have a long-range communication satellite orbiting the Mun and Minimus. So that way, there's less likelihood that of like a planet getting in the way of something or something like that. Oh, cool. There's Elo now. But yeah, so that way there'll be less of a likelihood of, say, the Mun or Minimus getting in the way of a satellite, communication satellite, and knocking communications out throughout the system. So this should be fun. So let's get to it. First we'll do the methane scanner. Load. Methane scanner. Load. And soon we'll be doing manned flights too. 93.96 tons. This should get it into lunar orbit. And really, we are already ready for launch. So launching. We're going to turn on communication systems. Deploy the antenna. Which reminds me, before we do this, we're going back to the Space Center, and I'm going to make sure that we're just going to check a random sampling of these things. Like, say, this one. Okay, solar panels are deployed. Good, 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 good. Kind of slightly worried about that, because that would kind of suck. Not full sun exposure. Can I fix that? Not doing that way. Ooh, wow, that is a rather detailed setting. If there's any shadow on it whatsoever. Huh, cool. Nicely done. Very nicely done. But yeah, so much for my random sample. I'm testing one! We're gonna make sure that at least one is good, because if one's good, they're all probably good. We've seen two, which means they're all probably deployed properly. If not, I can just go in there and I can edit the save. The space chair. You're going to go away. Space chair probe. Oh. So we're going to fly this, standing by to launch. MacJeb, local control, wait for it to load. Antenna is deployed. MacJeb control, we go to Ascent Autopilot. That is a perfect, we're going to have it a little bit higher than that. 1,000 kilometers. We're going to engage. We're going to make sure the path is alright. Path is good enough. I want you to end the turn at 1,000 kilometers. I'm going to stop editing the path. Close this, auto throttle on auto stage, and lift off. Where the hell did the tower go? There's no tower. Oh, good lord. Oh, come on. You were working so well before. I guess they changed a few things with the new version of the Kerbal Space Program, because it didn't used to be quite that wobbly. Not that I remember, at least. But this thing's wobbling all over the place. You'll still probably get up there, but it's kind of not exactly great. No, it's not going to get up there. It's going to crash. Probably. No, it's got it under control now, but yeah, no, it's not going to do it. So, end flight, and we need to go to the vehicle assembly building. That wasn't exactly what I was expecting there, I can say that. Because we did not have this issue before, so I'm starting to wonder what the situation is going to be for all of my ships. Put that there, and it connects. I'm going to put it there and connect it like that, thank you. And then just for extra stability down here, like so. Save, not really big enough change, so... launch. Engage. Nothing else needs to be changed. MechJeb control. Space. We are taking off, and it is not as remotely as floppy this time. Off to our little vertical ascent. Throttle had to go down a little bit to prevent that from overheating. Thrust is slowly decreasing as we get up higher because of the change in atmospheric density. Fuel flow is also getting better. Show our current resources. We can get the vessel information as we go up. We're losing weight rather rapidly, which will help, which is good. Let's see what other changes I made, because this could get it into lunar orbit. Barely, but it did it. As you can tell by the two of them just going out into space, sitting there reminding me that I screwed them up. One, because I forgot to deploy solar panels, and so its batteries died, and the other one because of communications issues. Ooh, it's the Kerbin way. I wonder what galaxy the Kerbins are in. I wonder if they're in the same galaxy as we're in. The Milky Way, or if they're in a different one. The Borg. Oh, look! Oh, I'm a dunce. I can't slow down time any, can I? What is going on? Deploy! That could have been very, very bad. I don't know what the heck just got it back into control there momentarily, but that could have been very, very bad. But no, it still had enough momentum. I was able to carry it for a little while, and I was able to deploy the comms antennas before it was completely done with. So we're not completely screwed. And we burn that away. I should probably put a parachute on that and make it recoverable. Parachute or two. We are now out of the atmosphere. We have plenty of battery for now. Let's see how we're doing with this. It's getting up there. What altitude is that? And it'll be halfway up there. Yep. Jump cut. And we're back for the circularization burn at the correct altitude, roughly. Roughly the correct altitude. It's taking sweet time doing it. So I'm going to take a moment now. Not yet. I do like how the negative charge charges the batteries. Because that makes lots of sense. Negative charge is what charges everything. We run on the power of negativity in Kerbal Space Program. Which is not exactly the greatest thing. Power of negativity, because usually negativity is not very powerful and really can destroy things. But it's negative energy, which is apparently proven to be quite powerful, if only slightly impossible to harness. Okay, we have a very circular orbit if it's flipping out like this. I do like the more circular an orbit is, the more it flips out. So we're going to extend the solar panels. Extending the solar panels. Now that this is done, mass to orbit, 8.5 tons. It took roughly 90 tons to launch this so far. No, not really 90. More like 85 tons to launch an 8.5 ton object into orbit. But oh well. So we can close the Ascent autopilot. We go to orbital operations. And we're going to transfer to the Moon. And the game will speed up for us and get us out there. Whee! And we are approaching the point where we do the burn to go out to the Mun. You see it right there coming down. And there's the Mun. And there's the Sun. It's having some slight issues. It's like bouncing. Is this thing not completely balanced correctly? Or it's just trying to do the frickin' burn in such a way as to cause all sorts of wonderful fun issues. But it's getting out there. Doot doot doot. It's like hiccuping. Seriously. That just looks bad for the probe. It's like an accordion. I'm hoping that's not going to rip the probe apart. Oy. Looks like some weird, really messed up accordion kind of thing there. Okay, so you figured yourself out about bloody time. I want to try to get a polar orbit. Is this going to do what I want it to do? Bug it. We'll wait. Or would this do it? I think this is more likely to do it. Changing something. I'm not sure if it's what I want to be changed. No, it's not really. So we're just going to wait. Close that, and speed up time. And jump cut so you guys don't get bored watching things spin around in circles. Okay, and we're back. Going back to smartass here. Gotta love smartass. Okay, so which one? Of these is going to get me where I want it to be. That's not it. Yeah, I know I figured this out at one point, but I've completely forgotten it now. Because it's been a while. Is this it? Is this it? Yay, this is it! What the hell? There, I don't know why I was showing the fuel from these things on that stage. It shouldn't have been. But oh well. So we're going to work out here, where it's more energy efficient to do this, to get this into a polar orbit. Very, very good. Very, very good indeed. This satellite so far is doing very well. Is it actually detecting anything? Ah, we're too high or something. I don't like how you can't just shut it on and off. No terrain detected. Oh boy, there's so many things that need to be explored. It's actually images of our own sun. So we're too high or something. Okay, what we're going to do, so we're gonna end up getting this lower than that. Even though, what are they at? 7,000. Yep, look, 74,000. We can get lower than 200,000 at the bun. So we're going to turn this to retrograde. We're going to lower this here. to about 50. Let's do that. Okay, 50, right there. And now, we're going to do this. We're going to close that. Go to orbital operations, we're going to go circularize, and we're going to wait until it gets down to near this point. The communications are staying in range by bouncing off various satellites exactly as it's intended to. Good, 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 good. We'll be approaching this place shortly. Back to this. Going to slow this down soon. So we're approaching the moon. Get a nice view. You can see the altitude is slowing in its descent. And we're going to circularize here. Okay, this probe is just having issues. I might have to redesign these. Because balance or something has changed. But oh well. And we should start... Yep, we're starting to get readings on the Mun now. Wonderful. What we're going to do is that's already active, so we're going to activate this. We're going to activate... Shut off this, so we can shut off that. We're going to activate this detector. And now... the search for Kethane on the Mun begins. Height map. We're also going to begin mapping the Mun at an altitude of 50,873. Very good. A big giant hole there. Okay, so off to part 2. Okay now, there are 6 major planets in the Kerbin system. There's a little Sputnik control, which apparently is rather popular with me. And so what does this mean with 6 of them in the system? Well, it's fairly simple. I need a satellite with 6 really big dishes. How big are these? Oh my lord. Okay, so this might be interesting. This is a satellite I might actually have to assemble in space. But we'll see what we can do here. Structural, we're going to grab... I'm just going to see how heavy this will be. I'm going to grab a few of those. Now we do need 6. Two like that. Two like this. And two out here. Maybe. Why can't I? Can't stick them on that side. Odd. Look, it works and it doesn't. Come on. Fine, I'll do this. They work there. And then... Well, these suckers are picky, aren't they? Whatever. I like to see the center of gravity in this thing slightly off to the side. Really? Now you're going to work anywhere. Bloody hell. Picky, picky, picky. Gotta be done just so. And this is going to need some big solar panels. Stick a couple there. And we'll stick a couple out there. I have the sneaking suspicion this thing's going to look really stupid. But oh well. It'll do the job. Now it also needs batteries. Lots and lots of batteries. New rover wheels. Or they've probably been there before and I just didn't notice. There are the battery packs. We're going to stick the batteries up here. Store a lot of power. Now we need an assembly for the fuel. Fuel will be stuck on the sides, like so. How much is that carrying? That's probably not going to be enough fuel. So stick some more fuel onto there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Get some symmetry. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but it'll work. And we need some monopropellant. This is going to be a big enough of a spacecraft that it's going to require some for maneuvering. And now, like, the next question is this cross-feed compatible? Good, it is. What the heck's that for? That's not what I wanted. Utility, I wanted more batteries. There we go. How heavy are those? Meh. They're heavy enough. Okay, now for the additional controls. There's the RCS thrusters. Take that off. Wait. Take that off. Stick that one there. Stick that one there. You come off. Stick that there. And we stick them here. Center of gravity is actually low on the lower end. Stick them there. Take off the symmetry again. But that should be enough. I'm going to abbreviate this. LRC Mark 1. And where's MechJeb? We need a MechJeb component. Control. MechJeb Radial Edition. Throw them on there. This thing weighs 18.56 tons. Does this weigh anything? 1E-05. What the hell is that for total mass? Yeesh. Oh well, so what we're going to do at the moment... Structural, we're just going to throw this thing onto there momentarily. Throw it on there. We launch. Why are we doing this? We're doing a test. One, we're going to see if having so many of these things on these communications on a satellite causes my computer to explode. Which we're running at 60 frames a second. It is not. We're going to make sure that we don't have any issues with... Wow, those are big. Things clipping into each other. That is bloody impressive. Boof. Boof. And I'm expecting these to clip. Oh! That's exactly what we're testing for. It isn't exploding, but that's going to be an issue, so I'm going to have to change the placement of those. Maybe I'll put them on here like those, or something. Now we're going to deploy the saddle, the solar panels. And you're going to turn, aren't you? Oh, it is having a hard time because those things are interfering with each other over there. Do. Twitchy, 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 twitchy. Good lord, this is huge. Okay, so I see how we're going to have to move some of this stuff around. Not a serious problem by any means, but it's still going to have to be done. God, there's things... This is huge! Okay. Space Center. I should have probably ended that flight. So ended in spectacular fashion. What if the game doesn't do it for us? Nope, it didn't. But yeah, this clipping is a problem. Poof! There's no liquid fuel, so these things are not cross-feed compatible. It is sending the stuff over for those. Another nice thing to find out is that it's not cross-feeding like it said it would be. Oh well. End flight, back to the vehicle assembly building. So, we're going to move these. And one thing that we're going to do is we're going to add... Where's the fuel lines? Fuel lines, fuel lines, fuel lines, fuel lines! I want it the other way. But you won't connect the other way. Oh, so this is a problem there. We're going to have to figure that out. You go away for now. This is why you test things, that is for sure. Very much this is why you test things. Okay, so... take that off and take that off. That's going to interfere there. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. Now this is going to be quite interesting. Because docking with this will be basically impossible for all intents and purposes. Just utterly impossible. Hang on. I'm just going to stick... not that. I want a small fuel tank. Small fuel tank. That's big. That's going to make me use those. Just stick them onto those. Grab structural. Attach that like so. Attach that like... okay. I see a problem. There, even though really the bigger problem is going to be these. I can symmetry this. Because these have more weight. Oh, who thinks this is going to be a problem? Save. Launch. Oh, balls. Boof! Wow, it didn't blow up! That's a good start. And... yep, problem. It actually knocked that off. So yeah, that's not mounted low enough. Does it take care of the... yes, it does. Wee-hee, it flies! Vehicle assembly building. I'll take that. I'll put it down there. Grab it again. Now we'll have 2. Now we're going to save that. We're going to launch. Clear the launch pad and proceed. It must be a rather tough spacecraft to... well, it didn't do it that time. End flight, vehicle assembly building. I don't see how that traveled 500 meters. By any stretch of the imagination, I don't see how that traveled 500 meters. Okay. Save, launch, clear it and proceed. Oh, really? You're gonna start it in the sky anyway? Every time. Boom! End flight. Vehicle assembly building. It just goes, slams down. Fine. Because you want to be stupid and annoying. We'll do it your way. Launch. Launch! Okay. And this is a test of the engines. I want to restart that. Because that is really quite mildly impressive. Turn on RCS, turn on SAS, full throttle, and it slowly lowers itself down like that. And as it starts to use its fuel, which it certainly isn't exactly lacking, vessel information. Let's see if it actually manages to take off. Oh god, it is flying! Okay, so open, 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 extend, extend, So nothing is clipping into each other now. I should add a couple of solar panels down there. Oh, we're out of fuel. And... goodbye, cruel world! That's not actually going to blow up entirely. Nothing blew up. It just kind of fell apart. Impressive. This is a really robust satellite. More robust than I would have expected. that's for sure. So I'm going to stick a couple more of these big solar panels on it down here at the bottom. I'm going to do something about adding more fuel to it too. So end flight, vehicle assembly building. Take those off now that we don't need them. Utility. I know what I'm going to do. Is it coming up? It is coming up on the other side. Good, 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 good. Did I get rid of those? Yeah, I got rid of the fuel. Darn it. Those on there like that. I don't need structural, I need utility. Oh wait, no, I do need structural for what I'm doing here. That there. Put that there. I-beams? Oh, cool. Not using them right now, but cool. Structural panels. Interesting I-beam there. That gives me more options. Utility, Gigantor solar array, which does fit on the bottom of this thing, if barely. Good enough. Then that's too big. Where's the thing I'm looking for? I know there's like a really tiny docking port. Clampatron Jr., there we go. Oh, even then, that thing is relatively big. There. And that'll allow small things to dock to it if needed for repairs and so on. And while I'm at it, let's stick some knights on it. There. That should look relatively neat. Now the launch vehicle, which will have to be fairly big. Save. Okay, structural, what we need now. That thing going out to there and hoping it doesn't interfere with anything. There. Stack separator. Bicoupler. Well, we'll use the... No. Because I can see bad things happening from that. We'll use the small decoupler. Have that there. And we'll have... not that one. These fuel tanks. And we'll grab a small fuel tank, like this one, put it in the center. Propulsion. Grab these engines. Yeah, they changed the engine powers. This is vectoring. So the outside engines will be vectored. The inside engine will not be. Bad. Thank you. I'm going to grab the structural here, and we're going to do this to there. I said we're going to do this to there. I said we're going to do that there. Thank you. Like so, and it didn't do it all the way around, so we're going to turn this on 3 times, and we're going to do it again. And you will cooperate. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to get another, not that big a decoupler, but another decoupler. Which will connect to this adapter. Nope. Worth a shot. And then we're going to have these jumbo rockets down there. Increase the height. We'll have those 3 things there. Probably a bit big. But, oh well. Go big or go home. Go big, go home. Grab these, connect there, like no! Balls! Thank you. Why did you do that? Some aerodynamics. I get these winglets. We're gonna have winglets. We got mech jeb. We start out at 374.16 tons, 186 parts. We're going to save and we're going to launch. Yes, I know the debris is already there. Clear it. And this first one will go to the Mun. We'll load all the parts. All the parts have loaded. I'm going to rapidly regret not getting those whatchamacallits. Activate the SAS. Kind of stop moving, please. Okay, so we got a weak point here. We got weak points down there because they're sitting on the ground. So we need to end the flight. We need to go back to the vehicle assembly building. We're going to go here, grab some more structural components, turn up the symmetry, and as so, attach parts. This will get us more stability up there. And to help fix another issue, we're going to grab these, and we're going to stick them right there. Like so. We're going to save again, and we're going to launch again. In this series, I've yet to launch a Kerbal into space. Go figure. I just need to deploy that antenna. We still have some issues. And the next point of contention, I think, is going to be right around here. So we're going to turn on mech jeb. Ascent autopilot. We're going to engage. And we're not going to get anywhere. Not anywhere at all. I don't know what the heck these are bouncing off of. End flight, vehicle assembly building. I don't know if anything actually triggered. There, that should help. Save. Launch. Abort the launch. We'll lower that a little bit. We've lowered it into the ground. Did not really mean to do that. So. Save. Launch. Clear. Okay, now it's very steady. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it to full throttle. that, and then engage. I don't get the full stats. No, I still get the stats. But that should help. Well. And flight, vehicle assembly building. Take you out. I still want an engine there, so I'll try replacing you with this thing. But they just overheated and blew up. So save. Launch. Once again, manual full throttle, lift off, engage, overheating rapidly. Boom, MechJeb does not back off. That's a problem. Because this is not enough to get it up there. Not by any amount. So, end flight, vehicle assembly building. I might have to manually control that part of the flight until... Because MechJeb is not throttling down. This is when we find out the thing is so heavy you can't throttle down. But that shouldn't be a problem. So, turn on SAS. And launch. Working. You just have to manually control it for a while. What? Restart. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it! I know I clicked on it once and got it to... Damn it! There we go. Deploy! Thank you. Now we have the range we need. Full throttle. SAS. Hit the engines. Bring the throttle down. Still accelerating, even at partial throttle. Won't be the fastest launch ever. But it will get us up there. That's the key thing. That's running out. Come on, hold. Top tank is out. Still overheat. Gauge, see what MechJeb does. Okay, MechJeb's got it now. Let it take over. We had a slowdown there for a couple of moments. So how are we looking up here? We're definitely getting out into space. Good. Send that off. Looking good. Looking very, very good. This is going to be like a really long episode today. And jump cut. Okay, now we are preparing to circularize the orbit. I'll do it differently. Have it do it there. Huh. Seems MechJeb's not actually able to control the rocket throttle anymore. I have to do it manually. Not a big issue. Don't know why that happened, but oh well. I also forgot to put a bunch of RCS back on, but it still works with what's on there. Okay, now we got it circularized. More or less. Now we're going to set up the warp transfer to the MUN. Well, warp transfer. But the MUN transfer. And we'll spin around and it will slow us down. And I think sometimes there's issues with recording real time because this is going to be really, really long. Getting the throttle. That's interesting. Time actually went away. Speed us up, bring us closer. I don't know why it does that. Now we're having problems. I'll be back. I'm doing it manually because MechJeb is messing up. I can use these numbers. I'm going to have to bring this episode to a close. Speed. Something blew up. No, nothing blew up. Oh yes, those other engines ran out of fuel. Okay. Not that big of an issue. Let's keep doing this until that engine runs out. Which might actually get us out there. Nope. Hit that. Boof. Boof. There we go. Okay. There we go. We have Moon Intercept. And we'll be back in a little bit, as I'm trying not to use up all this hard drive space. Well, because I'm using so much hard drive space up, I'm going to save the rest of this for the next Kerbal Space Program episode, when we go and actually orbiting the Mun and finish that orbit. But in the meantime, let's deploy everything. Like some weird deep-sea creature. Boof, boof, boof. And that is it, with everything deployed. What are the lights? The lights have a new command now, but I don't know what they are. Wah, wah. That is everything running. This looks pretty damn awesome. Have a good day, everybody. Oh, and Happy Easter!